I'm actually really grateful to be here with you. So I'm actually excited to switch the tables here.
When we first spoke about coaching, kind of what we were looking to do, over 5 years ago. What inspired you to kind of move into that area? Was it from your you working in massage therapy, and like is it just an extension of other ways to help people heal?
It's a great question. I was thinking about, someone asked me how I came up with the name Guiding the Shift, and it kind of ties into how I started my business, which I was doing massage therapy for 16 years. And the last 8, I started to develop a real style of active listening where people would come in with the same patterns over and over and over again. And I'd get in there, I'd work their body, and they would feel fantastic, and then the next week they'd come back in with the same problems in the body. So I started to get really curious about what is causing the dis-ease or the discomfort in the body. And I started to find that a lot of it was how they were thinking about their life, their patterns, their behavioral patterns, their emotional patterns. Actually, I was working with Patti Smith at the time, the musician. 2 days before she had her big concert, she blew her back out and she was canceling her concert. And one of my clients had referred her to me. And she came in and she was like, "Listen, I don't think you can help me. I'm just in a lot of pain. I'm going to have to cancel this." And I said, "Well, I can't cure you, but I can help you shift." And we did some body work, but mainly what we did was we had her imagine what it will be like when she totally changes. When she's on stage, when she's dancing, and she started to imagine herself in that future state. And within like 24 hours, she completely got back up on her feet and then wound up dancing on stage for 3 days. The next time that I saw her, she said, "Listen, thank you for guiding my shift." Something woke up inside of me. I was like, wow, like here I can take everything that I've done and channel it to one specific intention. With this newfound platform of being curious about what's really going on, what's the root cause. It's kind of like with my body work, like there's a problem, there's a pain somewhere, but what's causing the pain? And if we don't deal with the root cause, it's just going to come back.
When you talk about looking at the root causes, is it similar to the body work when you're working with clients such as us? When we come in and we just start firing at you, like this is what's going on today, this problem, are there things that you're looking for? Is it the same kind of thing where you're looking for patterns through our speech? Because I'm trying to figure out how I can get around this. No. But I want to know how you approach, the neuro-linguistic programming.
Yeah, NLP for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a very specific method. I know it was developed in the kind of late 70s, right? And it was a couple of guys came together and they found that there was a way to kind of reprogram your mind, and we're able, in being able to reprogram our minds, we can kind of reprogram our acts and the way that we're going to kind of move through the world. And I'm curious as to why you chose NLP and kind of where that came from specifically.
Well, the seed got planted when I was 15, and my dad brought home a Tony Robbins Personal Power cassette tape. I picked it up and I burned a hole in those tapes, and that was really my first introduction to mental mastery. It's one toolbox that I use, and I have several. And I think the thing that separates me from a lot of people is that after 15,000 hours of body work, like my ability to listen beyond what people are saying and get to the root cause and to see beyond the physical, I think it's just sort of, they say intuition is internalized experience. So you were asking how I listen when you guys come in. So I'm always listening. I'm listening for how would you like it to be different. I'm acknowledging where you guys are, but also looking at what's missing. Sometimes I don't know how specific I'm listening because I'm listening from a deep intuitive space, and then I get little hits. So things will come up, and then I'll throw it out to you guys, and then you're like, oh, right. So, therapy is always about looking at the past and how you got here. I always find that what I like to do is, where are you and where would you like to go? Yeah. And so I'm always taking your mind and redirecting it towards an outcome and looking at how can we create that where it doesn't happen again. If you guys are in a problem, what can we do to set it up that you don't experience that problem again? But we do it over coffee. And that's always been something, the 20 years that I've been in New York City. that coffee shops have been that extension of a place that I go to think or write or meet people, right? It's a place that I go. Actually, a lot of my current clients I've met here, in the sense of, hey, let's go to Birch, get a cup of coffee, and that's those three pieces that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Like, what are they looking to create? Is it good chemistry? Are they coachable?
Yeah.
Is there a willingness there?
And I appreciate you that you mentioned specifically about the coffee shops and having, and having a small business, because I think that's very much a testament to work. Well, John, I want to like get very serious here for a second. I'm going to get extraordinarily serious here. So there are 5 questions I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
In what will be rapid fire succession.
Wow.
I need you to answer them as quickly as you can. I ask these same 5 questions to every person that we sit and interview.
This is like a actor studio Bruce Lipton moment.
It's exactly like that.
Okay.
That's exactly what we're going for.
But everybody knows those questions, so they can prepare.
Yes, but you don't know these
don't know
questions.
these questions.
That is correct. All right. So the first question for you, John, is: have you ever demolished a wall or a building?
Have I ever demolished a wall or a building? Yes.
That's great. It's
Sledgehammer.
correct. It's a good answer.
Yeah. Metaphorically and realistically.
Of course. Do you think you could hand milk a cow?
Well, my 3-year-old we went to this farm, and he went right up there and just started grabbing his udders. So, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I'm open to trying anything.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that you'll take your little ones to walk through that process. I think it's very speaking of you, John.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Awesome.
for taking the
Yeah,
time
thank
today.
you for the time.
I
This is
appreciate
incredible.
It. This was I don't think it could have been any better, and just grateful that we had this time to work together and taking the time today. So.
Awesome. We should do like one of those like Bill Maher after series where like you can do the after dialogue.
Yeah.
We talk about the real.
Exactly. Now we're gonna. You can see.
stuff with curse
You can see
words.
the rest of this. See the rest of this interview online at birchcoffee.com, and you can watch the rest of this interview, which gets into much more heated and deeper questions. Thank you, John.
Thanks, Paul.